This is trade planning with the SLIM team, from analysis to the trade idea. So what we essentially do is bring you our analysis, and then we then project out using the cycle analysis that we bring. And this is, of course, one of the few analytical styles that you could be using that projects in direction and in price and in time. There are very, very few analytical styles that actually do project out in time. And I think that we really do a great job at that. So I'm going to bring you Hecla. Katie's going to bring SMH. Arby's going to bring, I have F there, that's wrong. MDY, sorry, that's correct. And Matt is going to bring XLP. So that's the analysis that we have. And I'm going to start it off right now as I bring up the chart here in Newmont. I didn't say Newmont, did I? Well, I want you to see why I'm bringing Newmont, because the way I approach analysis is that I'm always looking at the segments. I'm always looking at stocks or ETFs in a particular segment to help me with my analysis. In the case, I said I'm going to bring Hecla, which is a cheapy silver stock. It's been a lot cheaper in the past, down in the $2 range, and now it's up in the 5-something range. But I wanted to bring this chart first in Newmont. This is cycle analysis, of course, and you can just look back here at these last 4.5 cycles that we're looking at. Remember that cycles are a recurring pattern of energetics in the market. They are essentially created by money flows, and that's what we do, is bring this so you really understand the money flows. When a stock does what Newmont has done here and gets up past that 78.6%, after it's been negative, as you see it's been in here, coming all the way down from 86 all the way down here to $30, after it gets through that 78.6, it tells us that the money flows are changing. If it would get up over that cycle peak right over there, which is somewhere up over 40, near $46, that would really confirm it. Or it might just make a bullish pattern in here and then turn up here out into later in the year. We're not really sure. But what the key thing I'm looking at here in Newmont is this big up week that you see right there. And that came because earnings were a shocker. They were really good, a lot better than expected. And of course, that's because there is leverage in earnings especially in the precious metal category, because they have specific mining costs, and those don't really go up when the price of the metal goes up. And we're gold here at all-time highs, and silver getting up near the highs we've seen in a while. And that really has helped this company. So I'm really believing that we're going to see a lot of this in all of the mining companies where they overperform. I've made no secret, I've been an investor for the last year in gold and silver and gold stocks and mining stocks, silver stocks, junior silver stocks. I've got quite a bit of all of that because I have believed in what I'm seeing right now. Now, I'm just going to put up SIL right now for you to see also. And SIL is the silver miners. And you can see in here, this cycle right in here, where it already got past that level. And now it's here early in this next rising phase. This is silver right here, and this is the silver miners. And you can see how the silver actually creates a dominant cycle right there. And now the silver miners moving up, and some resistance right up here at past that last high. And you can see that it's stalled right in there, but it's really early in here. It could bounce around in there and then take off again. So this looks really good. Let's take a look at the daily in here. And this is what's really significant, because I'm going to show you Hecla, and you will see that it has a similar pattern. Look at the strength in here. You can see the slim ribbon here positive, giving you momentum resumption signals on the bottom. Look over here where the slim ribbon was negative and the cycle configuration's negative, and getting resumption signals to the downside. So that tells you something. Here you had resumption signals to the downside at the end of the cycle, and the slim ribbon PO couldn't come down. There was a bit of a warning in there, and then it turned positive here. And you can see how the slim ribbon gives you support as it it's doing here and here. And maybe there's another few days to the downside here before it takes off. So this is the silver miners that are in just a super condition right in here. So I wanted to show you that. Newmont on the earnings, the silver miners in fantastic condition, the cyclical movement that is phenomenally good when you look at those. And now let's take a look at Hecla as we look at it on the weekly and on the daily. So here's your weekly on the left, here's your daily on the right, and you can see in here as Hecla has come up from roughly $3 to almost double here, getting close to $6, and then pulling back here close to $5. I'm just going to maximize that for you to see. And you can see in here the supports where it's getting down to the support. It's really unlikely that it's going to get much under the $5 level here on the weekly chart. And this is likely to be pushing up again with an upside target here of 6.25 to potentially up around $7. So that would be a pretty significant gain. Remember the daily chart I showed you on the miners was super positive. I said maybe a few more days down. Here's the Hecla chart on that. And you can see on here, as I look at this chart, this is projecting up to that 6.25 to $7 area right there. If I'm right about this being the support area right around $5, if it gets the 6.25, it's a 24% gain here and out into June is where I'm projecting that. If it gets up to that $7, it's a 38% gain. So I'm projecting a gain from the trough that's getting ready to form in here of up to 6.25 to $7, up to a 24 to 38% potential profit. Now, it would have to ruin this. It would have to come down, make the low, have a rally in here, not get very far, and then come down and take out that low that it made. I mean, that's really a long shot based on everything that I showed you here. Earnings right over here on May 9th, as you can see. And that could be what actually makes this low or causes the upside spike. So we don't really know. I think if it misses on earnings and comes down, it's a screaming buy. I think on earnings, it just might spike to the upside and give you that upside move. So I wanted to bring you the depth of the analysis, as many of us or all of us do, is we don't only look at an individual stock, we look at the things in relation to that particular stock that we look at, and then we're able to use the cycle patterns and our other tools for the purpose of understanding market conditions and projecting.